Welcome to the coach trip. 7 couples on a 30-day tour of Europe. For some of them, it could be the holiday of a lifetime, taking in some of Europe's most famous sights and cities.
The only 2 days that have been better than right is when my little girls were born. This has been the best day.
But for others, it could be a complete nightmare.
Can I just add, there's a bit of a problem with personal hygiene here as well.
It was a cruel and thoughtless thing to do.
And you'll never make it as a singer because you've got no talent.
Oh, you have, don't you? Oh.
You ignore him if anybody's got no talent.
The big birds and the tattooed lady, common as muck.
This is no ordinary coach trip, because if you don't like the people you're travelling with, you can vote to send them home.
No, can I just stop this boat now? Because this boat does not need to go any further.
You must really hate us.
I think you owe us an apology.
This is the story of what happened. These are the 7 couples currently on board the coach.
So she said, well, all right, then we'll try a tequila.
And then we danced, didn't we? We were dancing in the hotel bar till 2 o'clock that morning.
You don't want to be known as a lager like of Amsterdam, do you?
You want to have a drink.
The chance to sing a national anthem when you've actually got words in front of you, yeah, is great.
But the words were Dutch.
I know they were. So I thought they liked us. And obviously didn't, which is so disappointing.
I'll have a bad day, you'll have a bad day, and we take it out on each other.
I've got a bit of a Eastern European women at the moment. All tend to have really nice eyes.
I want to see some beautiful views. We have some boring things.
And keeping the whole thing running on time is Brendan, their tour guide.
Right, everybody's on board, I think.
So I just hope they get packed up and ready to roll by 8:30, because if they're not, they'll be trouble.
Yesterday saw the coach visit Amsterdam, where the group had a look at how clogs were made. Had a go at singing on a canal boat.
I saw a mouse where they're on the stairs.
And then had a go at each other at their first vote, where Rob and Eva earned themselves a yellow card. If they're given a second yellow card today, then they will have to leave the coach trip. It's 7:30 a.m. on day 2. Today, the coach will be heading into Belgium, to Brussels. Brendan, the tour guide, is rounding everyone up for an on-time departure.
Oh, it looks as if everybody's been absolutely stoned last night. Either alcohol or drugs, I think, is the problem this morning.
Like in the UK, the possession of cannabis is also a criminal offence in Amsterdam. However, small amounts can still be consumed in specially licensed coffee shops, which is where most of the group ended up last night.
We all went out apart from Steph.
Good.
Most of them got popped.
Popped.
Popped. Ganj.
Ganj.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean cannabis?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jackie and Jackie was stoned.
Jackie?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, don't look at me like that, please.
Well, I mean, I'm just shocked.
John was cabbaged, but he doesn't smoke, does he?
So cabbaged is just the effects of the fumes?
Little Sally was stoned. The boys were stoned.
The boys were stoned?
Well, the boys were...
So everybody's practically stoned?
Well, yeah. You missed a
And what
good
about
didn't
Marion?
She had a space cake.
A space cake?
Yeah.
Right.
I think they had a really good time. I think a lot of them sat down in the coffee shops. And not only did they have drinks, but I think a lot of them experimented with what was on offer in the coffee shops, which, of course, as we know, is space cake.
But I must admit, chocolate cake's a bit different, isn't it? It were nice anyway.
Yeah.
And space cake is like a Victorian sponge without the cream, but it has an additional ingredient, which of course is cannabis.
I don't know whether I'd give it another try. No. It might be a bit too rich for my liking. I don't like the room spinning.
I think everyone that went out last night had a good time.
Even John, he had a good time. Tried tequila for the first time.
Yeah. We had another one straight afterwards.
Swaggy, right back. So,
all together, Jackie had picked some cake, cannabis cake, as first choice, but I weren't up for that at all. So she said, well, all right, then we'll try tequila.
And then we danced, didn't we? We were dancing in the hotel bar till 2 o'clock that morning. Everyone else had gone to bed, we were still dancing.
Tequila, wonderful stuff.
And although John, Barbara and Pete didn't consume any cannabis...
We are supping coffee.
They still stayed out late, and everyone is suffering this morning.
I think the group did very well to actually get up this morning, you know, considering what they'd taken last night. And a lot of them have been quite bleary-eyed this morning.
It's a 125-mile journey from Amsterdam to Brussels, so most of the group are using the time to sleep off last night's excesses and get over the stresses of yesterday's vote.
Our group yesterday decided in all their wisdom that Ava and Rob were the ones to be given the first yellow card.
She got so upset about it, which I actually found a bit bizarre, actually.
Rob and Eva chose not to go out last night with the rest of the group, instead staying in to drown their sorrows.
I didn't know this, but Ava started to drink vodka. So she consequently had 3 very, very large vodkas. And my instructions to Rob was obviously to clean her up, put her to bed and, you know, give her some soup or something.
The combination of soup, vodka and coach journey results in Eva making good use of the complimentary sick bags.
If I was upset and somebody said, yeah, have a whiskey, I wouldn't drink it. I would sit down, have a cup of coffee and just chill.
Oh, I feel a lot better now.
While the rest of the group sleep, Rob and Eva's minds are still on last night's vote. They are whispering, conscious that some people might hear them.
I couldn't believe it. Last night I was standing there and the first vote was us.
Yeah.
The first vote cast was us. I was just like, so shocked.
It's got a problem with me, don't it? I mean, she's never been out of the country before. She's always lived in the same town. Yeah, it's the first time she's ever been abroad at her age. I mean, she's obviously sort of very close-minded. She's not very well travelled.
She only drinks and gets drunk once a year. She gets drunk on Christmas.
Oh, dear.
Now on our way down.
As the coach rolls into the Belgian capital Brussels, Brendan launches into the customary singing of the new country's national anthem. It's an improvement from yesterday's effort, but not everyone is feeling up to it.
Brendan is being great. He keeps coming up with these bizarre things like let's wave these stupid flags and sort of sing national anthems we can't possibly know any words of. But apart from that, no, he's doing really well at trying to keep us on schedule and in our place. I think it's quite stressful for Brendan.
Fabulous! Excellent! You're getting really good at this.
Brussels is the capital of the European Union, which has its commission here. It is a city of contrasting architectural styles, where Gothic masterpieces stand alongside gracious classical facades like those around the Place Royale. It is also home to various impressive art museums, excellent restaurants, and of course, one of Europe's most famous statues, the Mannequin Piss. On special occasions, a barrel is connected to the statue so that it produces beer instead of water. But despite the wonderful sights and sounds of Brussels, Rob and Eva are more interested in discussing last night's vote and decide to confront Pete and Barbara.
You know, if you understand, it's just the way, you know, me and Pete were. Nobody else involved at all. It's just the fact we didn't want to go personal on anything, and that was the situation. The reason we came, and that was it. Eva said she felt we held her order an apology, which unfortunately we don't agree with.
And the first thing Bab says is once she's made an opinion, she keeps it.
So, you know, it's like, well, all right, shall we go home now then, Babs? You know, nothing we can do is going to change your mind.
Interesting. Apparently she makes an opinion and she sticks by it and she thinks that everybody's like that. But I said, well, how can you grow as a person if you're determined to stick to an opinion and you're not ever prepared to look at anybody else's point of view?
Pete does his best to explain what happened.
I was the one that delivered it, and as I said to Rob, I turned to you two. I was quite prepared to face you in giving the decision. But when I sat down and everybody rushed to you and walked away from me, I felt I was the assassin.
While Rob and Eva continued to look back on last night's vote, the rest of the group preferred to focus their attentions on Brussels' spectacular Grand Platz. This historic market square, with its impressive guild houses and its stunning Gothic town hall, is one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. The group's first stop is an insight into one of Belgium's most famous exports, with a visit to a traditional chocolate factory.
Welcome to you to Planet Chocolate. I'm Manon Dubon, your hostess, and I'm very happy to welcome you here. Do you have an idea? Are the origins of chocolate coming from Switzerland or from Belgium?
Ooh, I think you're going to say Belgium.
Yes, you are right. Good. Okay. Would you like a chocolate? Please.
If you insist.
Please.
Thank you.
And inside this fruit you have, do you know what do you have inside the fruit? Bean. The berry? Cacao beans. Okay, very good. Please. Okay. Cacao beans. And what will we do with those beans, do you think? It's the same as coffee. Yeah, so they are roasted first, okay? They are roasted. Okay. Is there any volunteer who would like to come here and to fill a mold? Would you like, perhaps? Yeah? And would you like? Yeah, good. You can applause, yeah.
If you're a chocolate lover, Belgium is the country to visit, as it produces around 172,000 tonnes of chocolate per year and has over 2,000 chocolate shops.
Don't be afraid. You can put a lot of chocolate and we will clean after. Yeah.
Planet Chocolate follows precise traditional methods of production. Everything is handmade, and the dark chocolate they produce has only 3 ingredients: cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and sugar. For milk chocolate, they simply add some powdered milk.
And, okay, yeah, very good.
I was able to go. Unfortunately, when we'd finished making these moulds, we had chocolate all over us, and I managed to get some up my arm for later as well. So we had to get rid of that. You know, we spent a good 5 minutes, didn't we, licking that off.
The visit has been a success, and Brendan hands out the chocolate.
We've got some liquid chocolate as well, if you want to try it.
Even Rob and Eva seem to be enjoying themselves. But Tom and Max seem to have more than chocolate on their minds.
The chocolate was lovely. I'd say the best thing about it was probably the woman that was hosting it. She had quite a sexy accent.
Yeah, she was nice.
Good to see how the chocolate's made.
Can we get a round of applause, please?
Coming up on Coach Trip, the group enjoy another Belgian export at a specialist brewery. And will the second vote mean the end of the road for Rob and Eva?
You must really hate us.
I think you owe us an apology.
Can I just add, there's a bit of a problem with personal hygiene here as well. A little bit smelly. I think it's about time for a shower.
Today, the Coach Trip has rolled into Brussels. They've visited a chocolate factory, and Rob and Eva have confronted Pete and Barbara about last night's vote.
I felt I was the assassin.
As always on Coach Trip, there's going to be another vote today, but first the group head to their second excursion. This is the Cantillon Brewery in Brussels. Founded in 1900, this brewery prides itself on making a wide range of authentic Belgian beers using only natural ingredients. The group have come here to taste a range of Belgian beers produced by the brewery. But before the tasting can begin, they are given an introductory chat by beer expert Ivan Debates.
And we make here a very special beer, certainly the most special beer in the world, which is called the Lambic.
Lambic beer is a sour-tasting cereal-based organic beer, and the Cantillon brewery makes several flavours including raspberry and cherry. However, Ivan seems preoccupied with explaining to the group about the process of lambic beer production instead of letting them taste it.
You must consider it's a huge molecule, like a very, very long chain. Technically, it's just a kettle, nothing more. And now it's time to put it in contact with the brewer's yeast to get the fermentation, so to get alcohol and CO2 in the beer.
An hour and a half later, and the tasting still hasn't started.
Watching that fellow witter on about his beautiful beer, that was boring. I mean, I know he was enthusiastic, but he did go on a bit, didn't he?
And we also get in that kettle, well, I would say the big particles, the particles that couldn't pass into the liquid.
Learning about germs and how they affect the hops and this, that and the other was going a bit too deep into it for my interest, you know. And that. I just want to know about, you know, you do this, you do that, and you can drink it, and then let's get on with tasting.
Finally, Ivan has finished and the group get to do what they've all been waiting for, taste the beer. And after the first sip, Phil is clear on his opinion of the Cantillon brewery.
The organisers of the coach trip must have worked really hard to find, you know, a brewery as bad as that, because the guy who run the brewery set off by saying, my beer's crap and no one likes it. But fair play to him, he was 100% right, because his beer was crap and no one did like it.
This one smells a little bit like toilets or something, isn't it?
You lifted it to your face and it smelt like it was cow shit in the actual glass. And I actually had a taste of that, and it tasted like bloody cow shit, to be quite honest. And that was the beer tasting.
It's the end of day 2, and the passengers arrive at the hotel to check in. But before they can relax, they must prepare for today's vote. On Coach Trip, the passengers' holiday will continue for as long as they remain popular with the other travellers. Because on this trip, at the end of every day, each pair vote privately for who they want off the coach. Whoever gets the most votes is awarded a yellow card. If they are given a second yellow card during the trip, they are sent home to be replaced by a new pair. With all the votes cast, Brendan gathers the group together to hear the results.
As you know, Rob and Ava already have a yellow card from a previous vote. So if they do get another yellow card, then that will automatically disqualify them with a red card, and they will have to leave the trip and be replaced tomorrow. And we'd like to know who you're voting for and your reasons why.
Today, Peter and myself would like to vote for Rob and Ava. We realise that you are on a yellow card, and we realise the distress it caused you yesterday.
The reason we're nominating you tonight is not for the same reason we nominated you last night.
Oh, that's good then.
Is you approached us and intimated that we should apologise. This is a...
What I actually said to Babs was...
Let us have a word
Let me just say what I actually said to Babs this morning. I said, you must really hate us because you haven't even made eye contact with us or looked at us or anything. You just completely ignored us. And I thought that whatever reason you said last night couldn't be the real reason. You must really dislike us.
Ava, I'm sorry. As I stepped off the coach this morning, you never said anything about us really hating you. Your first words to me were, I think you owe us an apology.
I did
you
not
must
say
really
that.
hate us. I'm sorry,
I
you
did
did.
not say that.
Just let it go, it's not worth this.
We've decided to vote once again for Steph and Joanne because it's been a tiring last couple of days. And Steph, you look absolutely shattered. You've had a really bad cough, you look really poorly this morning. And I think you could do with a rest.
She just looked absolutely knackered out of it. She sat down at every opportunity. We've not really done anything yet.
What did you say to me? You gave us a cuddle yesterday and said, I won't do that again. I'm going to be voting everyone in turn because I don't want to be seen as picking on one person.
Me and Tom are voting for Rob and Eva.
Last night was the first night, and I think everyone really understood that the voting wasn't anything personal, but she seemed to take it personally. And I think if she would have dealt with it better, we probably wouldn't be voting for them now, but because she dealt with it so badly, I think it's the best thing to do.
I haven't been able to look you in the eye, to be honest. You know, because I feel that you should have come to dinner last night.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm sorry, guys.
OK, mine and Eva's vote today goes for John and Jackie. John made some remarks to me yesterday about there being too many foreigners in the UK, and that perhaps Britain would have been a better country if the Nazis had won the war, which I couldn't believe what I heard. So for that reason, they get our vote.
He seemed to think then that I was a Nazi, you see, and he said, oh, I see, oh, you're one of them, are you? One of the Nazis. I said, no, nothing of the sort. I said, it's just that I believe that there's far too many foreigners in this country. It's overrun with them, and the tail seems to be wagging the dog these days.
Can I just add, there's a bit of a problem with personal hygiene here as well. A little bit smelly. I think it's about time for a shower. Your best friend wouldn't tell you, so I will.
My partner is probably one of the cleanest, healthiest people on this tour, so I'm sorry. I have a good sense of smell and I haven't noticed anything. And I'm not going to carry on. I will say something nasty.
Move away.
Yeah. Well, tonight we're actually voting for Max and Tom.
My reason is simply the fact that they voted against us last night, so I'll return the compliment and vote against them tonight, get them off. On top of that, they're both smokers, so I want to see the back of them.
Me and Steph are voting for Rob and Eva. I don't feel like we've bonded to them at all. And I overheard Eva saying that we've come in on this programme, they've had to postpone a lot of business work and she's lost a lot of money with that. And if that was the case, why has she come on here?
We decided to vote for Rob and Eva too. They just did themselves no favours whatsoever, not coming back and mingling with everyone else.
It's not like your nan's dying. It's just a programme.
Well, unfortunately, and this is the first time, you had another 4 votes, actually.
The other one back.
Please, if you could.
Right.
So I have to give you now a red card, which means you have to leave the trip and you'll be replaced tomorrow.
So Rob and Eva must now leave the trip. And as they say their goodbyes, it's clear that they won't be missed by some of the passengers.
I wouldn't want to upset your sensitive nose, I'm afraid.
Come on.
I wouldn't want
It's
to...
only a game.
Yes,
No,
it was, until you said what you
was a
said.
personal
It's
remark.
very personal, is
It was
that?
unnecessary.
You just apologise and then I might make up. If I don't smell like her husband does, if he's perhaps a bit of a puff and he slaps all this stuff on, well, that's between them two, you know, and she perhaps has got used to her husband smelling nice and sweet, and then here comes this early-ass Lancashire bloke, and, oh, it's the male hormones, you know, and the pheromones, and, well, it's just too bad. I'm human and I've got the pheromones.
Most of the people on the bus are not the sort of people that we tend to meet, really, so it has been a very unique experience, and, yeah, I've enjoyed it. I'm glad I did it.
After visiting Amsterdam and Brussels, the coach trip is over for Rob and Eva. Next time on Coach Trip, we find out what the passengers think about the Germans as the coach pulls into the Rhineland.
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles. Yes.
I always thought German women were rough, but by God.
And we meet Rob and Eva's replacements, who waste no time in causing a stir.
John, I find quite ignorant. I've tried talking to him, but I get more sense in talking to my ironing board, I think, to be quite honest with you.
Pasquale picked up, right or wrongly, an air of homophobia.